Welcome back to the shop. It's warmed up a bit today. Snow's melting. It's a slushy, soggy mess out there, so decided to hide in the shop here this morning and tackle these inner fenders. Got going on the passenger one there, and it ended up being more work than I anticipated. Further I got into it, the steel was quite thin and pretty rotted. And that's the thing with rust repairs. It's kind of a Pandora's box. You know, you can grind, find full solid metal, and then 6 inches away you've got paper thin. You know, you can keep cutting back, and you've got to cut back until you hit solid metal again. Trying to weld anything that's thin like that, you start blowing holes and it's no fun. So on a complex piece like this, it's just not worth the fab work. Reproduction parts are available, so if you're in a situation like this and you can't get the parts, you're pretty much stuck having to rebuild, but this just certainly isn't worth the time. I'll show you what we did here. We're gonna end up pulling the plug and just ordering up some new inner fenders. It's just not worth the time. Worth a shot anyways. All right, so I got a real rough template made up here just with some thin masking paper. Makes it easy to fold and mark your lines. That's the kind of general shape we're going for there. I'm hoping to make this 90 it over, make this in one piece. Just want to try and duplicate the factory look just because, but really doesn't have to be done. So I'm gonna pop this off, cut a rough shape out. If we do run into issues here, we can always break this into sections to make it easier to form, but we'll give this a go. All right, so we got our rough shape cut out there. Got my rough markings laid out. We'll fine tune this as we go, but basically this piece is gonna lay in there, and we'll bend this piece up. And then I cut this out, we'll bend this piece down, and we're just gonna have to build our section that will angle in there and weld in. But I'm gonna get the brakes set up here. We're just gonna make the back bend there. We'll worry about these tabs after. We can always get it in here and then make sure we're fit up properly and bend them over after. So, all right, so I just took a little piece of scrap here, did a test bend to make sure that's gonna work, and it's pretty well perfect. So I think we'll roll with that. Looks good. All right, so we got that bent up. Pretty happy with that fit. We're just gonna have to bend this and tweak it here a little bit. We'll get this clamped in. I might even fire a couple clecos in here just to hold things in place for us while we get this set up, but I think this is gonna work for us. We'll just bend these flanges over, and I'll cut the excess off once we get them fit into place. All right, so we got that tacked in there, fit nice and flush. I'm just gonna probably start on this edge here, and we're gonna cut through both layers, and then we'll butt weld these together. And then this back here, it's pretty crusty back here, so not sure what we're gonna do yet. I may end up making a piece and getting up into this area here where it's a bit more solid. But we'll get this side tacked in anyways, and then we'll worry about that back section, but should fit all right, and definitely a little better than what was there. All right, so this is going fairly decently. Got this side welded in here, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and change plans, just based on the amount of time I've spent here so far. This in here is actually, doesn't seem bad on this side, but it's pretty thin, so we'd end up having to replace probably back to here. Same up in here. This is all pretty soft in there too, so we gave it a shot, but for what these inner fenders cost new, I just don't think it's worth the time to put into this. I've got a lot of other stuff to do here. I'm gonna do some thinking. This one here is in okay shape. but it does need a bit of work too. Time we prep it and paint it, I might just bite the bullet and grab 2 inner fenders. I'll either keep this one as a spare or sell it off. But this here is just really rotten from you know, batteries leaking over the years and salt spray and stuff like that in the front here. It's one of those, time is money, right? So I think we're gonna tackle the timing chain maybe this week if it stays warm out, and get that out of the way. It's a good time to do it. I was gonna fab up some brackets to hold the radiator while we do the core support, but if we're doing the timing cover, we got to pull it out anyways, so we'll just go ahead and get that done. I'm gonna tidy up my mess, and I buggered up my shoulder there yesterday, well, 2 days ago, so definitely feeling better today. I was hurting in the last video there, but seem to have my motion back now, and I gotta go back to work tomorrow, so I don't want to push myself too hard. I'm also really happy with how this cheap little brake worked out. If you watched the previous videos, we made some modifications to this cheap Princess Auto Harbor Freight benchtop brake, and yeah, for the 50 bucks I paid and a little bit of work I put into it, it puts out some nice bends, so it'll certainly work for what we need. So that's it for now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to click down below, and I'm going to finish cleaning it up here, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.